Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming with some products I'm so excited about. So I have the new MAC Electric Wonder collection. Honestly, some of the most beautiful products. I have already unboxed everything and I've taken pictures. I wanted to get some really cute pictures before I went in and swatched and used everything. So I've got a lot of beautiful things here. So I have one of the palettes. I got the Natural Vice one, which is a little bit more of the neutral and warm tones. I also got one of the iridescent powders and one of the bronzers. And you can see I did kind of contour a little bit, but I didn't do a lot of warmth to the skin. So hopefully this will be just what I need to finish off the face. And I think the iridescent powder is going to be more of a cheek color for me, but we're going to find out. And then I did pick up all 5 of the lipsticks, which you guys know these are what I love to pick up from MAC. I love to swatch them for you.
I'm so sorry if they're... And I'll go ahead and warn you guys, in my neighborhood today, it is cut your grass for 3 hours day. Apparently, every Saturday, everyone has to mow their lawn at least twice. And yeah, I'm loving it. I'm so happy.
So anyway, let's get into it. Like I said, 5 lipsticks and a few other products. So I just want to go ahead and dive in and start using some of these things. We're going to start with the Next to Nothing bronzing powder, and I got the shade Canyon Dreamin'. So first off, just a moment of appreciation for the absolutely beautiful packaging. I feel like this packaging was made for me. Like, this is very much an aesthetic that I love. I would probably do my walls like this. It's so gorgeous. It's like a pink and marble, and then you've got this little bit of gold throughout. It's like you would see in marble, just a little bit. It's so gorgeous though. I could go on and on about the packaging, but let's talk about the product. So this is the shade Canyon Dreaming. Just based off of the description, I thought this was the color that would be best for me. I picked this particular product up at Ulta. I ordered the rest from MAC, and I kind of wished I had ordered it all from Ulta because I would get so many points that way, but I just didn't think they would have the collection that quickly. But lo and behold, I ordered all the stuff from MAC, and then literally the next day you could get it on Ulta. It is what it is. I'm sorry if this is a little late. I know that a lot of people do these videos so early. They get PR and they're able to post it. That's the reason I wish I could get PR, not because I just want everything for free, but I'm always behind. Obviously, if I post about something, 9 times out of 10, I bought it. So it's just one of those things. I'm a little bit behind. So I'm gonna go in with this Milani powder bronzer brush. I just tapped a couple times actually. This has been the brush I've been loving to bronze with lately. So we're gonna see what happens. So we got a little film. I'm always a little scared with bronzer because I am so fair. Ooh, that's got some pigment to it. So I like to blend it down a lot. Obviously I have a contour. Okay, just need some blending, that's all. Now I have not bronzed the neck at all, and I feel like I definitely do need that. So let's try a little here. That looks really pretty on its own. Layered over that contour, it was a little much, but ooh, this is a pretty color. It's looking really natural versus no bronzer on the neck here. Bronzer. Almost all my foundations require me to bronze my neck a little bit because it's the tone. So today I used CoverGirl Healthy Vitalist Elixir with a pump of Huda in it. The Huda's too light, but they're both pretty yellow. So I just have a hard time blending the tone. I can get a pretty decent color most of the time, not always. Sometimes there's just not a light enough shade, but most of the time I can, make it work. But yeah, the tone is always a problem. This bronzer looks very pretty. So I just want to give you a quick swatch. This has just the lightest little bit of a sheen to it. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the slightest tiny bit. It's a good color too. I like this color bronzer for me. It's not so orangey or red, but it's got just enough to make me look bronzy. I'm just gonna continue to blend it out a little bit until I have the desired effect. And I just realized I didn't contour my nose yet. Shite. I'm just taking the very little excess on the brush and making sure I don't have like a huge difference. So obviously you can tell I've bronzed and contoured my forehead and I'm lighter here, but I just want to make sure that none of my like highlighted areas look so bright that it looks crazy. So yeah, I'm just basically blending, that's all. And I like to do right around the ear too, because obviously that's looking pretty light. All right, so there you go. I actually think that looks gorgeous. I'm very happy with this. Sometimes the colors of their face products can be a little bit much for me, but this one I think looks absolutely gorgeous. Let's dive into, this is the Into Eternity Electric Wonder Iridescent Powder. So Into Eternity is the shade, and this is absolutely gorgeous. Ooh. All right, so here is the color that's on this finger here. Definitely looks more like a blush to me. So that's the stripe, the shade Into Eternity. Like a muted pink, and it's got some shimmer in it. So I think I'm just gonna try that on the cheeks. And oops. All right, I'm gonna go in with a little bit bigger, fluffier brush. Oh my God, so pretty. This is gorgeous. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice or not, but it is so pretty. It looks like it might be a bit intimidating in the pan, seeing those colors swirl together, but honestly, once it's on the cheeks, it looks amazing. I really like this. It has that perfect little touch of a shimmer, but not too much. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this. This is from one of the MAC holiday collections. This is Happy Go Dazzlingly, and I'm just gonna go a little bit as a highlight. This one is an opalescent powder. So it's a little bit dark for me as a highlight, so I'm just barely kissing the tops of the cheekbones. So just so we got a little bit of a glow going on. Now let's dive into the palette. So this is the 12 pan eyeshadow palette in Natural Vice. Again, absolutely stunning packaging. This is what the palette looks like. I love the gold, and the pan sizes are really nice. I think this one retailed for $48, but you get, again, 12 shades, and they're really decent sizes, versus if you have some of the other MAC palettes, they are pretty small. I actually don't mind the smaller palettes because for me, like, honestly, I'm not going through palettes that quickly, so it's nice to have smaller ones, but this looks really stunning. I think this is going to be a great, like, everyday normal palette. It has several mattes. I like that there's a good amount of mattes in this one. Sometimes the palettes have so many shimmers, I feel like I can't really get a whole look done, so this looks very nice. I'm going to start with a Morphe E23, and I'm going to try out this shade right here, and this one is called Fab Accent, which looks like it might be a little light, but I'm just going to try it out as a transition and see if I need to go darker. So this is a tiny bit of a transition. I probably will kind of layer, but as a first go, it looks gorgeous, and I can blend this one up almost to the brow and just leave a little bit of a transition there, but this is a great little like gradient to the bright side of the brow, at least for me. For someone who was like ultra pale, this would actually be a pretty good transition in my opinion. My lids are prepped with the Jeffree Star concealer. I honestly have been using that constantly just on my lids. I'll set it with a very thin layer of powder before eyeshadow, but I've been loving it. So since that's been working for me lately, that's what I'm using now. Now I'm going to take Morphe E21. It's a bit of a slant, and I think I'm going to take this shade down here. This is the bottom. It's called Magmatique. These aren't very dusty. The first one had a little bit of dustiness to it, but this next shade is really nice. So I'm going in with a pretty heavy coat there. As you can see, that really coated the lids. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to step back to the E23 and I'm going to blend. Now I'm going to hop to this little Profusion blending brush, and I'm going to take this shade right here. This is called Rebel Pebble. That's a cute name. You could really go with that for like a matte eye. So pretty, but I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to take this shade, which is the darkest. It is called Natural Vice. This is a super rich dark chocolate. I'm loving that. So I'm going to first tap this right here in the very corner and see. I like to do it there because I can see kind of how dark it is, how pigmented, and then I can see if I want to add any more. So this one's not showing up quite as dark as you would think in the pan. So now I know I can go a little bit heavier. So pretty. So now I'm just going to take a little bit more now that I know what I'm working with and put that into the outer part of the crease, really deep in there. That should really just put a little drama. And I cleaned this brush off, the same one, and I'm just kind of dragging the color out a little bit. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm loving this palette. All right, now I'm gonna take a surprisingly big brush. This is E17, and I'm gonna start to do a little bit of work on the bottom before I go into the shimmer. So I'm gonna take this shade right here. This is like a light pink lavender. It's called Pleasing to the Eye. So I'm gonna take that pretty generously on the brush, and I'm just gonna really smoke out that lower lash line. I'm probably gonna go in with something darker and crop it in toward the lash line, but this I want big and smoky. I could totally leave it like that and it would still be gorgeous, but I want a little bit more. Now I'm gonna take a Morphe E36. This is a little tiny domed brush. I love this one in the lower lash line, and I'm gonna go into not the darkest but the next one. Again, this is a Rebel Pebble, and I'm gonna make sure it's not too dusty, and then just go right along the lash line. And if I feel like I went in too strong, I'm just gonna stop right there and then go to the other side. That's kind of the smoky look I wanted. This just looks a little tiny bit intense, so I'm just gonna back up one brush and blend, and then lightly blend over here. So that's what it looks like. This is a stunning palette. Okay, so now I have to kind of decide what I want to do as far as the lid, and I'm going to swatch a couple things. That's what I typically prefer to do, and then make a decision. So these are 4 of the shimmers that we haven't tried out yet. Okay, so here they are. Here they are, awkwardly swatched. I'm so good at this. Yikes. I kind of know which one I want to go for, and that is the shade Desert Romance, which is this one right here. It's like a gold with a hint of pink. So I'm just going to first try it on the finger. We're just going to go straight in and see what it looks like. It's really gorgeous layered. It didn't give a super intense look. I also don't feel like it is really setting down. Like, I feel like if I brush, yeah, it's just kind of like take it away. So I'm gonna wet a brush. Ooh, and this one actually shows up more gold than when I initially looked at it. I thought it would be a little bit more goldy pink, but it just looks pretty gold. And just do a little blending. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I'm loving this. I wish I could ask. I'd be like, hey, which color do you want me to use? I should do lives at some point and do that. So I'm going to take this Morphe E24. It's like this little kind of stiff dome brush, and it's just mildly damp because I just wiped it off with a makeup removing wipe. So I'm going to take the lightest little shade right here. It's like a really cool champagne. It's called Diamond Butterfly, and we're going to try to pop it here. And I'm also just going to drag it right on the inner part of the lower lash line. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to finish off my eyes really quick with a little bit of mascara, and then we will come back and do lips. So I finished off with the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. I have to say, I really like it. So let's dive into the lips. I'm just going to pull at random. Let's see. So first I have the shade The Naturalist. This is a luster finish. And again, let's just take one moment to just gaze at this packaging and in all its glory. So here is the Naturalist. So that's the Naturalist. She's really cute. It's like a nudish, but with a hint of peachy pink, just a hint. Really nice for like an everyday natural lipstick. I'm liking this one. Next we're gonna go for Feelin' Sentimental. I like that. So let's see the color. Ooh, another really nice light nude. So this one is a satin lipstick. I really like this formula. So let's see. Alright, there is Feeling Sentimental. I feel like this is a little light for my taste. I feel like if it's this light without anything else, it kind of washes me out, but with a lip liner that's a little darker, I think it will look really pretty, and I can create like a nice full natural lip with this. But I'm just not feeling it 100% on its own, but it's going to be really pretty when I put it with a lip liner. Next, we're going to go for Life in Sepia, which is this right here. Looks so pretty. Let's see. So there's Life in Sepia. This one maybe came off a little bit darker than I expected, but it's actually pretty. So a lot of times when I try a brown, I feel like it's too like chocolatey warm brown and it just doesn't do nicely with my skin. This one actually looks pretty. It's got like a hint of rose in it. Just a hint that makes it cool, neutral, like there's something about it. I actually like this color. Next we have Let's Mesa Round. It's so cute. This was another luster formula. Another really pretty, like everyday kind of color. So that's Let's Mesa Round. We have one matte and it is Natural Born Leader. It's like a dark reddish brown, I guess. Let's try it on and see. Ooh. Alright, that's Natural Born Leader, and I actually really like this color with this eye look too, so I am pretty happy with that. And this matte formula feels so comfortable on the lips. I think I'm going to try one little thing though, and just for fun I'm going to take a little bit of the Feeling Sentimental. I'm just going to use a little lip brush. So I added just a little tiny bit of that in the center just to give a little added fullness to the lip look. But I am so happy with everything. I actually loved every single product in this collection that I tried. So I am blown away, so happy. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this look. I actually was like glancing down and being like, ooh, that's cute. I love this. Everything really blew me away. I kind of wish I had gotten the other palette, but you guys know I don't need another eyeshadow palette. I'm really happy with the one that I got, so I am very satisfied. I hope you guys liked seeing all of these beautiful goodies, and yeah, I'm so excited that MAC made this collection. It is by far, in my opinion, the most beautiful, and that's about it. We're gonna dive into the very last thing, which is our dad joke. So if you don't want to see that, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. And if you want to stick around, let's do dad jokes. What's the worst thing about ancient history lessons? The teacher tends to babble on. All right, I love you guys. I will see you next time. Bye.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming with some products that I'm so... Why do they do this to me? Literally everyone on my street mows their lawn about 42 times a week. Just on average. Now the man is using a leaf blower to blow the grass out of the grass. I wish I were making that up.